G'day, g'day. Really must stop saying that. You're not Australian, Nigel. 2 minutes. Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. That little bit of intro was filmed this morning just before, let me turn around, just before parkrun and just after parkrun. And then I made the mistake of watching the Manchester Derby. What a load of rubbish that was. And while I was watching it, the weather outside was incredible. And in fact, let's turn around. The weather continues to be incredible. That really sort of stormy, dark skies, rainbows. There's a rainbow right up there somewhere. And I was inside watching Man United being absolutely pants as always. So I thought I'd come out just armed with the old iPhone, the new iPhone at that, and make a couple of images and see whether we can get some atmospheric conditions and see whether we can not get blown away and not get wet as well. But I think that's not going to happen. So, right, let's go for a dander and see what we can see. That's proper storm-like conditions. Absolutely beautiful. More rainbows as well. Look at that. So yeah, I probably should have been out here rather than inside watching Man United's capitulation in the Manchester Derby. Just down on the water's edge, this little outflow. I think I've spoken about this a number of times before. I love this little outflow and I'm doing a little project on it. So they're just firing off a couple of images every so often, and the stormlight at the moment is just really, really nice. And so I can get the own iPhone out and see whether we can get a bit of drama in here. And it looks like we might actually have the light for a little bit of time, so we'll see what we can make. Just realised I'm the only one on the beach. Kelsa I guess. Not exactly sunbathing weather. Me and the gulls, plural. The conditions are just stunning, absolutely beautiful. A little bit of wind on the top of the sort of wet sand, and it's just creating some lovely sort of patterns. And there's actually a really nice, you can probably just make that out, some nice shape in the cloud, and I was trying to kind of balance the shape of the cloud with the shape of the little outflow as well. So that darker bit of cloud has now moved through. It's actually quite dark. Let's see whether we can brighten me up a little bit better. So we've lost the light now at the moment, which is fine. A little bit of weather moving in over the old Nessie. Got a cruff on the ground as well. But yeah, parkrun conditions were rather stormy this morning. But and then as we came walking back, the rainbows came out, and in fact, while I was watching the game, sort of staring out the window, wishing for better luck, there was another rainbow. So now, of course, with the position of the sun, I think we're going to get any sort of drama up behind Portrush, which is unfortunate, whereas earlier on we were obviously getting it out over the horizon. But it's conditions like this that I just absolutely love being out in. You know that. Makes you feel alive. Right, we'll carry on wandering and see whether we can make something. And there we have the light back out again. Just beautiful, comes and goes. It's going on with that hood. What I love about this time of year, especially when the wind's high, the light just comes and goes. And in fact, you can see right there, It's going again. Photographer's dream, absolute photographer's dream. And it is one of the reasons why I do appreciate living by the coast when we're back at home base, because you can come out of the flat, blow the Manchester cobwebs out of your system and see whether you can get an image or two. So lovely patterns as well on the sand. In fact, I might go in for a couple of little intimate detail shots here. The waves, because it's either an onshore or an offshore, don't quote me on that, it's actually keeping the waves down a little bit, which isn't great, because if they were a bit higher, you know, it'd actually work out well from a photography point of view, but they're very flat, so I'm kind of more waiting for them to come in and use the sort of the edge of the waves going out as a bit of a leading line. But oh, can you make that out? Some crepuscular rays going on as well. There's even another photographer on the beach. I've been joined by another photographer. It's not just me and the birds. Enough yabbering. Maybe get some, as I say, some little detail shots of some of these sand patterns. Light has deserted us for a little while now, but there is a gap over there, and I'm hopeful that we might get something coming down. So I'm actually making my way over now to the harbour area. Maybe make something from there. There's a few little sort of patterns on the beach and a few nice shapes in the with the kelp. The big issue is because it's so stormy, there's a lot of sort of cruff and foamy and as well, and a lot of the let me just show you, a lot of the lovely bits of sort of kelp, spaghetti kelp is it called? I think I just made that up, is as you can see here, it's kind of covered in that technical term I still can't believe how bad, man, you are. Some more crepuscular rays coming through the yon distant clouds, and in fact the light's starting to warm up a little bit. I think we are going to get a little bit of the light coming through there, so we'll go along and see whether we can make some use of the harbour wall and the harbour itself. Let's do that. Oh, that is a stormy, stormy day. Some beautiful light out in Donegal, which is where I'm hopefully going to be early next week. And actually the way the waves are coming in, they were creating a nice sort of couple of lines that were hopefully leading the eye in, and then you've got that lovely light on the horizon. I know the iPhone isn't fantastic for sort of long distance stuff, but I'm going to postulate that we're here in Portrush not going to get a huge amount more light. I think the light has now shifted over into Donegal, and the waves, there's actually some crazy people in the sea as well. Yeah, crazy people in the sea, yahoos. It's just beautiful, and it's good to get out and just blow the cobwebs away. Right, I'm going to carry on shooting this little scene here, because I think this is where all the light is and where all the light's going to remain. So I'll go back to shooting another couple of little images from here. I'm taking a wee wander back down the beach again. Not quite sure whether we're going to get any more light or not, but that's what these 30 days creative were all about. Getting out and getting your head blown off. Looking for images, making images, and generally just getting outside, I guess. Oh, it's actually not too cold. Blowy, but still a reasonable temperature. And for reasonable, I mean about 4 degrees. No, it's about 10 degrees, I guess. So practically summertime here in the north coast of Ireland. But yeah, I'm going to wander back along again, see whether we can pick up the last of any light, but pretty sure it's going to be non-existent. The patterns in the sand behind me here remind me, we took a friend's dog for a dander along Portrush Strand. Oh, it would have been a couple of years ago. And I'm really sorry I didn't bring the main camera with me because the conditions were incredible. And if you're ever looking for really lovely lines on a beach and you're on the north coast of Ireland, go to Portrush Strand at lower tide, because you'll be treated to some gorgeous lines in the sand there. So right, we'll carry on wandering, get to the little outflow again and see whether there's a final image to be made or not. That's me arriving back at the little outflow, and we're not going to get any more light, so I'm pretty sure that's the end of the shooting for the day. But a lovely little bonus, you know me and my little bonus trips out. Now I've got to go back and pick up the messages that I'm sure are all going to be from all my anti-Man U friends. Oh, we're actually getting, hang on a minute. There's a little crack in the clouds here. We might be on for one more image. Now then. The pattern's actually over on the other side of the outflow. Looks stunning, but I can't get across there. I haven't got my wellies on. We're getting a wee bit light. We're getting a wee bit more light now. What do I know, eh? We had a little bit of bonus light, but pretty sure that is it now. And in fact, it looks like there's some heavy rain coming in, so I am going to skedaddle, make my way back to the office. I think there's a coffee on the table, get this video edited, and as I say, go and lick my Manchester Derby wounds. Right guys, well, that's it for another 30 Days Creative, day 6. I guess we'll catch up tomorrow. See you then.